welcome back to The Buzz. I'm Baylie Barnes, and today I'm sitting with Dan Batty of Community Hospice of Northeast Florida. Thank you, Dan, for being here today.
Thank you, Baylie. I appreciate the invitation to be here.
So tell me, what does Community Hospice do for the community?
Well, we serve the community with those who are in their last 6 months end-of-life experience and assist them so that they can experience the quality of life in their final days.
How long have you been in Jacksonville?
Well, Community Hospice has been here for since 1979, so we're in our 38th year. And it's an organization that spans 5 counties, including Baker, St. John's, Clay, Duval, and Nassau.
So you're all over Northeast Florida helping people out. What are some of the things that you guys do to help make this last couple moments for these people a better time for them?
Well, of course, there's a full care team that provides services for the patient and also assists the family through this experience. And most importantly, I'm involved in the area of the volunteers who play a key role because hospice, community hospice, was originally started by volunteers. So we actually have as many volunteers working for community hospice as we do employees, about 940 volunteers.
Oh, wow.
So it's a lot of volunteers that are part of this whole process of helping along with the employees.
So where do most of your volunteers come from?
Well, a lot of them have been impacted by our services. Mm-hmm. And so they range all ages from teenagers on up to those that are even 90 years old.
Wow. Where do you guys normally get like a lot of the volunteers that you guys have that to come and help out? Where if someone wanted to volunteer, where would they come?
Sure, absolutely. Well, teenagers, for example, at school, mm-hmm. Will learn about us they can find that information out through their school, and we also have it on our website. But a lot of teenagers will come to us because they want to get their hours for their community service to qualify for their scholarships for college, that kind of thing. As far as adults go, a lot of them come to us because their families have been served by the services of community hospice, or they have a friend that has, and so they've heard about our services and they learn about the fact that we have a volunteer program. And of course we have some agencies out there, media agencies that are advertising for us and mm-hmm. getting the word out about us and how they could be involved with us.
So you mentioned how other people have gotten involved into this organization, but how did you start and become a part of community hospice?
Sure. Well, about 5 years ago, the opportunity came for me to take on the role of manager of volunteer services, mm-hmm. but I've worked in the nonprofit field for over 30 years. So
that's a lot.
Over the course of that time, I've worked with different helping agencies and who relied heavily on volunteers. And so the value of a volunteer is unbelievable as far as the talents, the skills, their time, their experiences. It doesn't matter how old an individual is, they still have something to give back. And usually that's what happens. A person connects with us because they either have a passion for the services that we provide, or they have a deep desire to be able to give back and to serve others who are in their time of crisis. Because at some point in life, we all face crises. And
yeah.
So this is their opportunity to assist and to help.
So what are some events that you guys have coming up where people can come out and get involved?
Well, we always have a need. We always have a need for volunteers any time of the year. So as far as we have some volunteer or events that are volunteer driven, but we also have ways that they can be involved constantly with us as volunteers. But as far as events go, we have one in November 5th, which is a Saturday. It's called the Parking Lot Extravaganza, which is to benefit a program that we have called Pet Peace of Mind. Pet Peace of Mind helps to keep the pets of our patients in the home with them as long as possible. Pets are a very important connecting part of the family, and so a lot of times as the individual's health declines, they're not able to take care of their pet as well. And so we can come in, we can feed them, we can get them groomed, we can attend to emergency medical needs, and lastly, and not that we do a lot of this, but we can actually, if no one in the family is able to take that pet, we can adopt the pet, and then we take ownership of the pet, and then we adopt it out to a new home.
So these are animals that the patients already own, or are you
Correct.
bringing in other dogs to help them as
No,
like service dogs?
right. These are
Okay.
pets that the patient owns, and they're the family pet. And so and a lot of our patients are in home. More than 50% of our patients that we serve on a daily basis, which we serve around 1,300 patients on a daily basis.
Wow.
And so about half of them or more are at home. And so the average statistic nationwide is 62% of American families own a dog. So that doesn't count other pets. So you can see that a lot of our patients have pets. And so it's an opportunity for us to, this event raises money. We'll have a yard sale that day. We'll have vendors there that'll be selling all kinds of trinkets and everything that they make. We'll have music, we'll have a food vendor there, we'll have a big yard sale, which and a dog wash, by the way, which people can bring their dog and have them washed. And I understand they're going to have an obstacle course for the dogs too. So
oh, that'll be fun.
it'll be kind of exciting. And last year it was just like a very festive experience. It was the end of October, the weather was getting a little bit cooler, and just the
perfect time.
perfect kind of scenario for, it lasted like from 10 to 2 o'clock, I think, something like that.
And then you guys do have another event that's going on in January as well?
We do. We're always recruiting volunteers, but in January we're having a volunteer expo at our facility there on Sunbeam, and it is to engage people, inform them about our services, and to hopefully get them to sign up as a volunteer. And again, one of the ways that we recruit is by sending our volunteers out, but also getting the word out any way we can to invite people in. Because sometimes people say, well, I don't think I can visit someone who is dying. And I say, we have an awful lot of ways that people are involved with us that aren't just in that area. We have thrift shop volunteers that work in our thrift stores. We have over 200 volunteers working in our thrift shops.
Oh, wow.
We have clerical opportunities for people. We have people that can go out in the community and talk about our services called ambassadors. We have a veterans program that is very active, and we have a pet therapy program if they have a pet and they want to bring a pet in, because that again is one of the key ways for people that are under our services, under our care, that their eyes will light up, and they may have been unresponsive, but when that pet comes in, boy, it just kind of really brings a spark. Yeah, it does.
That's great. Thank you so much. So if someone wanted to get involved, again, your website for them to reach out to you at?
And that's the best way for people to get in touch with us is simply communityhospice.com. Communityhospice.com. There's a volunteer tab on there they click on, and it has our application, and then within 2 to 3 days one of our coordinators will contact them.
Great. Thank you so much, Jane, for being here today with us.
Thank you, Baylie. We enjoyed it very much. Thank you.
Great. And thank you so much for watching at home. We'll see you next time on The Buzz.